நிமிஷம்.
Other account. And I didn't know.
You want to come on AHA?
No. This is fine.
Okay, ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
Yes.
Okay, now I can see you better. Yeah, because it's connected to the Bluetooth. Okay. Vanakkam, Vandanam, and welcome to the Offspring Dance Story. This is special care. Today we are so super honored to have Santosh. Santosh is the lockdown daddy. Cool name, guy. Instagram. So seriously. Alright, so he is the Creative Curious Officer, no, Chief Curiosity Officer of AHA Education. And my God, what a bunch fun of people you guys are. Really so happy and grateful to be associated with all of you. So, எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சது கொஞ்சம் சொன்னேன். Why don't you give a little bit of introduction of who you are and what do you do from in your own style and way.
Thank you so much. So I was for the 1 month of the first month of the lockdown. I was really crippled. I didn't know what to do, and I was spending a lot of time with my daughter. So I called myself the lockdown daddy.
Super.
But before that, my handle, I used to call myself the idea monk.
The idea monk.
So two things I really like doing. One is thinking of new ideas, and the other is the monk, which represents helping people. I'm not saying I'm a monk, far from that, but the idea of helping people, that is what connects me. So these two is what stands for.
Okay.
So yeah.
Nice. So let's before we start, okay, I know that you have got a really cool, great gift, which is doing bhajans. And the bhajans are the very level bhajans, okay? So let's start with a little bit of invocation for people who have not witnessed you, your style, okay? Some Ganesha song if you may, and I will also do it with you.
Ganesha song. Okay, I'll sing my favorite. What is my favorite song? Oh, yeah, I'll sing a Ganesha song. It's a bhajan only. Kamu balki stomach Ganapati. Kamu balki stomach Ganapati. You are the son of Shiva Parvati. You are the son of Shiva
Parvati.
Riding on a ratto, wearing a serpento. Riding on a ratto, wearing a serpento. You are the Lord of examination pass off. You are the Lord of examination pass off. Kamu balki stomach Ganapati. You are the son of Shiva Parvati. We offer you Modaka Payasa. We offer you Modaka Payasa. You are the steno of Veda Vyasa. You are the steno of Veda Vyasa. Kamu Stomach Ganapati. You are the son of Shiva Parvati. You are the son of Shiva Parvati.
Thank you so much. It was so cool. Thank you so much. I really liked it. The way you all did budget that day was so fun for me. So let's just start right with AHA Summer. Okay, that's how I got to know all of you. Now, எப்படி AHA Summer வந்தது? அதுக்கு முன்னாடி what is AHA Education?
Okay. Which one do you want me to say first? AHA Education?
Let's start with AHA Education in that case.
AHA Education. Okay. AHA Education is something. I've been in the education space for about 12 years now. And before that, I mean, with Chrysalis and with other things, I've been for 12 years. But before that also, I was a teacher for about a year. So altogether about 13 years.
Wow.
And I've seen a lot of companies and everybody doing different things. But something that I really saw was many people were moving away from the training sector in education to becoming a product company. They all started bringing out books, and because training is not really scalable. If you look at teacher training or just doing some student workshops, it's not very scalable. So everybody wanted to focus on products, because once you product, you can scale and you can go big, you can get funding and all the things. So I said we are missing out the entire knowledge itself. It is okay if we are not earning in millions and crores, but we should not leave the training space. And I wanted to come and establish another training company. At one point, there are a lot of training companies, but we wanted to focus really on this training segment for the teachers, students, and parents, because we saw that there is nothing happening in the parent segment. And I've been passionate about parenting, because without changing the parent mindset, you cannot change the education system at all. So we said we need to bring the focus back to parenting. It doesn't matter how much money we get. We need to keep empowering the people, keep empowering teachers. That's how AHA Education started. Coming to AHA Summer, the online summer camp, like I said, the first 1 month of lockdown, I was really locked, and but I was enjoying having a good time with my daughter, and I was really looking for ideas, what to do, what to engage, and I started thinking there will be so many parents like me who will also be looking at some engagement, and all the people exhausted their ideas in the first month of lockdown. I think all of them would have exhausted their ideas. So what? And schools were also running some online things. But May is something when children are at home. Usually they put them on the summer camp. Usually the kids go to summer camp. But this time they are going to be at home. Suddenly it was a spark of an idea. We said, why don't we start an online summer camp? It seemed very impossible. How will a summer camp happen online? But we said, why don't we just try? And we wanted a small group. We started on January, February, March, April. April 30th or 31st. I don't know if April has 30. Yeah. End of April, we thought this idea, and May 1st, we formed a WhatsApp group. And by next day, we had about 100, 200 parents in it, and we had to start another group. And so now we have two groups and managing about 400 parents in that. And we started also looking at, everybody said, why don't you charge money and do it? Why don't you charge money and do it? I said, no way, we won't charge this. Let's do this, because facilitators are willing to do things coming free and doing like you. So many facilitators, they didn't ask for money. I said, it's not fair, we ask for money, and it's not commercial. It's purely with an intent to expose kids to different people from different parts of the world. In fact, in the coming week, we are also going to have some foreigners right from Spain and US also coming and doing some sessions. That's how we have planned. So it just started as a spark of an idea. We brought people together, and it's happening so well. Today also we had just completed a session now. Again, a Bedan session actually. We completed one.
I really wanted to come, but I was so held up with something else I couldn't come. But I really wanted to come. Do you have a recording of it that I could go and see?
Yeah. We are recording all the sessions, and we will send you all those things.
Super. I think you create a wall somewhere, and wherever we can go and watch it, no, and then that will be really cool, because I truly enjoy it. In fact, I enjoy coming to the sessions even as a parent and as a kid myself, because I'm also learning how to make origami. Yesterday I learned how to make a bookmark, and I was day before yesterday, and I was so excited because that's the first time I've made a bookmark, So it was like, yay! For me, this is fun, and I think a lot of we all have the kid in us, and to a great extent we miss that kid in us. We don't play as much as we used to. And this platform which is created is just so conducive, because it's in the comfort of our number one own home, and we can just be free and be fun and just explore things with our kids. I'd like to even speak about something which I really, one of my experience with AHA summer camp was, I think the first one, was it the first one? I don't know. Where we had to build a tower, the tallest tower.
That was on Wednesday.
That was like really made me think this is like proper team building exercises for kids, and allowing them to engineer. And I was like, wow, this is world class stuff. And I was thinking, and I loved the energy of the facilitator that day as well. What a cool teacher he was. Seriously, I wish I had teachers like this growing up. And I'm so glad that our children today have this kind of a quality education, and that's something that I'm so grateful for. Now, what is the mission actually of AHA? What is your mission like? What do you want to do?
The
What?
AHA education, the AHA education, the entire thing was inspired by this quote, which said you cannot make a flower blossom. If you have to, what is the quote? I forgot the quote itself. Basically, if a flower, I remember. If a flower doesn't blossom, you don't fix the flower, you fix the environment, right?
Correct.
You fix the environment in it. So we said the environment is nothing but the teachers, parents, and the school management. Instead of fixing the child, we need to be fixing the environment. Of course, a lot of people are doing, but like I said, we wanted to focus, keep continuous empowerment, bring world-class trainers into it, and keep empowering this school segment. In fact, we have tied up with a Finland company which is training the teachers, which is creating micro videos, unbelievable rates. You'll be surprised they're offering something at 2,500 rupees, and this Finland, right from Finland, the educators who are involved in the transformation of the Finland education system itself. That's how we are working with those teams to bring teacher empowerment, because teachers have to really understand they have to stop teaching. That is our mission actually. If you look at it from a teacher mission point of view, it is about inspiring 1 million teachers to stop teaching and start transforming. So for that, we are working on a few things like writing a book. We have already written a manuscript. We have a 5-habit training program again, which is very simple, that we have sent it for some publishers to see. Otherwise, we'll be self-publishing. On the other side, for parents, it's about stop parenting and start nurturing. That is the mission there. And there are, again, for parents, we have a different set of approach, and what we tell them is completely different. And school educators, we're kind of forming one of the first educator platform. It's like what Practo did for medical field. We are trying to do that with the educators here. So these are three things we're keenly working on, three stakeholders we're trying to work with. Then we have some student programs as well. But for me, I am personally passionate about the teacher segment. That's my focus. My partner Sunny is focusing on the student trainings and workshops.
So you train the teachers, and then he is taking more of about the students. What I'm understanding.
The teachers and the school leaders.
Great expansion. Like the way you projected it, I'm able to see is a big, huge picture, and I think you're part of the Chinmaya mission. I'm guessing. Is that right?
Yeah.
You get a lot of inspiration from the beginning. From there is something that I wanted to ask. Or how did this Balavikas, or was there like a transformation or shift? Was there a natural shift?
Yeah, so from my 5th standard onwards, I used to go for this Bhagavad Gita chanting competitions, and I used to be very good in Sanskrit. In fact, I did my BA in Sanskrit. So I used to go to Chinmay Mission, used to conduct, and I used to go there and join the classes and chant. Then I joined, fortunately or unfortunately, I joined in 11th standard Chinmaya Vidyalaya itself. Okay. I was standing in the queue. The assembly was happening. I was standing in the line in my classroom, and then the assembly got over, and somebody came and asked, every Sunday we have a youth class. Anybody wants to join? And somebody lifted my hand up. From the nearby, line who was standing, somebody just lifted I don't even know that guy who was there. And I looked at him, and he was none other than Sunny Nagpal. And that's how I know Sunny. So I was like, who is this even guy? And you should know Sunny laughs loudly, ha ha ha, and his laugh is very famous. Laugh comes before him. That's his trademark. So he raised my hand. I said, okay, he raised my hand. Let me just go for this class. I don't know what to do on Sunday. So that's how I went into the core mission activities of Chinmaya Yoga Kendra, and I started from that age itself. Me and Sunny used to conduct a lot of camps for kids. You won't believe, in 11th standard, 12th standard, we used to organize stage shows. By the time I was directing stage shows, so it gave me a lot of exposure to various things. See, that's what something I also believe that we need to give our students is exposure. We were exposed to every single activity. We were made to write dialogues for dramas, act, direct if you can, conduct classes for kids, take bhajans, tell stories, conduct workshops. organize huge camps. So it's
You,
all different things.
yeah,
So whole
that,
MBA is already there before you join an MBA. A
correct. All
practical MBA is there.
invitation is
And
done, and that invitation has been set so beautifully, and that is something that I felt like, what a rich treasure this is. Because now I come from Malaysia, and truthfully, I didn't have any spiritual grounding. So I don't have like my father used to pray, but there's nothing transferred to us, so I didn't have anything. So my thinking was there, but I didn't know where to go. And I was just, the moment I came here, actually, my association to the Chinmaya Mission is through Rohini. So she was my yoga teacher. So from there only, when I was like, wow, what a universe, where am I right now, and that was so, and I was just so inspired, and, I also started to become a part of the, learning and growing, and I felt that this is the best gift I could give my son, because growing up in just this environment itself, if I don't do much of my own research myself, just putting him in this environment, I know he will come up correctly.
very
It's
good. Very,
some strong belief that I have. So that is really cool. So I think it's very important that it doesn't have to be a particular, I'm not prescribing this, but I think if you actually have an environment which is growing and thriving and empowering towards the betterment of not just self, but like the, upliftment of the, humanity in totality, if we put the children through that in the early formative years, it becomes very transformational, right? So they think
very
out,
true.
right?
Very
Yeah.
true.
So right now, where are you based out of?
So we are based out of Coimbatore. We didn't want to immediately dream of the whole country and the whole world. So we said we'll first focus on Coimbatore. So we are currently Coimbatore's most delightful training partner, as we call it. Because whatever we do, we bring joy. So we know we can bring that delight. So we called ourselves the Coimbatore's most delightful, and we know schools and parents love us, kids love us. So that blessing is there. Yeah.
So tell us about the co-products like of AHA. What are the things you all have? Would you like to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So one thing I really learned from Finland, I used to take a lot of educators to Finland there. One thing I really like about the school system there is they said, every school is different. Based on the strengths of the teachers, we create programs for our students. So I was inspired by the thought, and they said, we will also create products based on the team strength.
Okay.
And so we had a core team. Sunny was there, I was there, some other guys were there, and we looked at each of our strengths. We looked at what the organization is, the vision is, and we created certain things. Right now, we are focusing on two things. One is a school quality network. We have tied up with the Finnish educators, and we are trying to create a quality network where we bring about schools which are really looking to transform themselves. We bring them together in this network. Currently in Kongu district, we are focusing about 10 schools to start with, where they come together as a platform, and we look at quality things and how to improve the quality in every single aspect of the school, right from admission process, how it should be delightful, what is the ideal process, looking at student workshops, how it should be structured. If you look at some schools, they have very structured. Ninth onwards, they'll just focus on exam. But if you talk to schools that are really performing well, they will tell you that principals will tell you the secret. They say we allow children to play, we give that freedom.
Yeah.
That understanding these schools don't have, and they start pressurizing the students right from ninth onwards. So we look at all the parameters of the school, look at average school scores also, and see how we can impact every single metrics that is there. That is something that we are trying to do.
Oh.
The second product that we have is the training part, where we have the structured training for teachers, some parenting workshops. But most schools are afraid of calling parents together. They're afraid. But what we strongly say that it's parents and teachers and school are partners. You cannot keep them away from each other. You need to bring them together.
What
Teachers
is
and parents need to work together.
what is the inhibition of getting the parents together? What are the school's inhibitions?
See, if you look at most of the parent-teacher meetings, if you go there, some parents will come and start shouting, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. Even in the summer online camp, if you see, there are parents who message me saying, you didn't give chance to my child, you didn't do this kind of a thing, right? So it's very difficult to manage parents. But if a school understands them very beautifully. And that is what we try to educate them. The more you empower your parents, the more they will be your warrior. I mean, they will spread the word of mouth of the school much faster. So we empower the schools on those aspects. We educate them on those aspects. Give them some techniques. So you will be surprised in the first year, just starting itself, we had about 4 to 5 schools signing up for us.
Wow.
So
Okay.
there was a very good need, and we liked it. I mean, there was a good match, and we started working together with these schools, and we are seeing very good results on this.
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful. Really, really nice. As I'm just hearing and I can kind of visualize, see, education in India is definitely so much different in comparison when you compare to Malaysian standard education. So I come from a government education system. So we are like, couldn't do it. I mean, the system runs on autopilot. We don't have to pay any money. Okay, education is free for us. So we just have to go to school. And like nothing like what which is happening here, I see the quality of education is like mind boggling. அங்க நாங்க first standard போகும்போது தான் EBC படிப்போம், which is at 7 years old we learn EBC. Okay வா? And here kids are like what 7 years old they are writing essays and they are doing design thinking, they are forming what do you call it, prototypes for young CEO program, and like looking at the quality of education here and then definitely something which is, there is a huge gap, and I think that's one thing. I don't even know where I started it. Okay, fine, I lost my flow of thought. Now I want to ask you, what particularly did you choose Finland? What is different there? How do they do things differently there?
See, if you look at, I was fortunate to go there 4 times. About 100 educators I've taken there as part of my previous company.
Okay.
What I really like is they are very common sense people.
Okay.
They're thinking and doing. If you look at structurally, education system structure-wise, Indian system of structure and the Finnish structure is very, very similar. Okay. They also have 25 to 30 students in the classroom. They also have 10th standard as board exam, and then they split into, they can go to vocational, or they can go to 11th, 12th they can do, or they can do diplomas. All that structure is the same. But what makes the difference is the core understanding that if education goes wrong, everything goes wrong. That the ministry has a very good understanding. The government has a very good understanding. People have a very good understanding of it. And they say it's not overnight. 25 years back, they came to this understanding and they made few changes. Like hiring the best teachers was a key change that they made. And the benefit of this, they're seeing it today.
Correct.
So they have very, very highly graduated teachers who look at professionals, who look at themselves as professionals. Like how a doctor is a professional, teaching is also profession. If you ask our teachers, I have done this exercise, we go and ask teachers, name some professions, they'll say doctor, engineer, etc. But teacher never comes in the profession list. But they understand that it is key, they are highly paid, and the entire system is free, and the trust that the government passes to the headmaster passes that trust to the teacher passes that trust to the students. And they have a very good understanding that this education is the core. And there is no corruption in it. In that hiring of teachers also, there is no corruption. Imagine if teachers, even in India, teachers are paid very, very high in government sector. We can also bring that same quality. But the problem here is there is corruption in hiring teachers. To get a B.Ed also, you can easily get a B.Ed degree also. So all that is our lack of understanding of what happens when education system goes wrong. We don't seem to visualize it in the long term. But they know clearly if this breaks, everything else breaks. So they're very, very strong in that. They don't want any compromise. So that is why I'm very keen on the Finnish system of education. And there is so much of, I mean, I'm not saying there are, like Chrysalis is also doing a lot of things that Finnish system is doing. There is also better system like New Zealand education system. They are also very, very good. But somehow I really like Finnish people, Finnish education system, and I thought it will be good to have that partnership. And when we tell, people will not listen, but when there is another foreigner also in that journey, there is more acceptance.
Listen, okay, nice. Okay, ஒரு லைட்டான ஒரு interval. We will have one bhajan and then we will go back to the further questions. Okay, wow. Let's do another bhajan.
Another bhajan.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
What do you want? English bhajan, Hindi bhajan?
Yeah.
My bhajans are all, I really like singing very melodious and deep bhajans.
ஓ அப்பதான் ஒரே பண்ணுங்க.
அது ரொம்ப பெப்பியா இருக்காது.
பரவாயில்ல. Give us a flavor of that as well. Whatever is coming on your mind.
Another Kavali, Guru's Kavali bhajan, okay?
Okay.
सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार ने जीना सिखा दिया, सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार. Kavali bhajan, you have to sing like that. Only then that will come. Okay, you have to.
Okay.
सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार ने जीना सिखा दिया, सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार ने जीना सिखा दिया, सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार ने जीना सिखा दिया, हमको तुम्हारे प्यार ने इंसान बना दिया, हमको तुम्हारे प्यार ने इंसान बना दिया, सतगुरु तुम्हारे प्यार ने जीना सिखा दिया. A lot of paragraphs, but it will be too long.
So nice. Oh my God, I can't wait for all of us to meet in person and just have you lead the bhajan and sit there and go on a very deep transcendental experience. It will be really nice. I can already visualize it and I'm waiting for it. This is something I look forward to.
Thank you. Yeah, we should do. Been long since I also sang bhajans. Thanks to AHA Summer Online Camp, we started some bhajans.
I think what you should do. You should come on live, okay, from Lockdown Daddy itself, and just do bhajan. People like me will come and we'll just enjoy. Okay, I'm sure there are many
There's
people.
also somebody called Srinivasan Gauri who wants to also come in, so we'll also add her.
From just now, she's been congratulating and inspiring. So please come on live more often and sing bhajans, okay? And it's
Sure. That's a good idea. I've not tried live before. This is the first time.
Sure. That's going to bring out a more good feeling around everybody, right? So that's very nice. Okay. So according to you, Santosh, like what are the 5 qualities teachers should have? Important characteristics, or what are the quality traits to have?
So, in fact, we formed a 5-habit program for teachers.
Oh wow! Okay.
But if you look at, and we call it an abbreviation, we had an abbreviation START, because our mantra for them is stop teaching. Teachers, please stop teaching. That is the mantra. And start transforming. So we created a program based on START. One is starting every class with questions. Okay?
Okay.
Starting every class with questions, not your question, but students' questions. Okay, you need to ask students what they want to know about this topic. Otherwise, it's just coming and today I want to children open page number 53, I will teach you this. Then there is no, I don't know why are you coming and teaching this. But if I ask you, I'm going to give you a topic, plants, but what do you want to know about plants? And then you go into the damn textbook. Textbook is not important. First ask them what they want to know, put up the questions, explore those questions. Some of them will be answered in the textbook or some of them may not be. Most of them will not be, I'm guaranteeing you. So the first thing is to kindle that curiosity in children to learn any topic. We should not be killing. That's why I call myself Chief Curiosity Officer. It's about kindling that curiosity, then learning will happen. The second is about teaching subject skills and not subject topics. Teachers really need to understand why they are teaching their subject. We ask them, what is the purpose of teaching science, maths, social, English? And the teachers will say, oh, they need to know. No. I ask them, why do they need to know plant parts? No, sir, they need to know. Why they need to know? Why? Why? We keep asking them why. And then we have some debates also, they'll start fighting. And at the end, they come to realize, because we ask very tough questions. If you ask them why maths, they'll say, sir, it is very important, money is very important, time is very important, they need to know and all. I said, okay, by primary, they will know all these things. Why don't we stop maths from primary? Higher secondary, we don't need maths. Because A plus B whole square and all is not, we don't know where to use. Only few people use somewhere. Then they start then they start going deeper, then they start thinking deeper, and then we tell them it's not about topics, it is about the skills. Of course, this I need to acknowledge my previous company, Chrysalis, for bringing this thinking. I used to really enjoy doing this in that company. So I asked permission from my CEO and said, I want to take this. And she is also very, very, very sweet lady. And she said, you take it. So we started doing this exercises, which is about teaching subject skills. Each subject, if you think, is designed for imparting a few skills. Like science is about curiosity, questioning, researching, exploring, experimentation. These are the skills. Topic is just an incidental. I am using topic to teach these skills. Now it has become ulta. I've forgotten my skills. I am only teaching some topic. I don't know where to use. In fact, in one class we were there, the teacher came and said, children, this topic is very important. I was very happy. I was saying, okay, this teacher is going to say something exciting about this topic. She said, it's very important because it will come in the exam. And I was like, so, but it was a very beautiful topic. It was on social, it was on poverty, alleviating poverty. I thought it can go to different levels. You can create economists sitting in your class. But the kids are like, yeah, kind of a thing. So we need to educate teachers on the skills that each subject really brings in. Once they know this is the skill, they're extremely inspired. I've seen this session transforming. So that is the second quality, which is knowledge about their subject skills, what they need to impart in the students. STA. Third one is about allowing children to co-teach. What we really believe, especially 6th and above, how long will they passively listen? They need to be active learners in this. So we tell them, give them a subtopic, let them come and let them explore, let them teach. You will be surprised what kind of things that they can teach. Because teachers are also outdated. We don't have, if you ask me Harry Potter, I don't know Harry Potter. But if I give that some topic to my student, he will come connect Harry Potter, connect this, and he'll be able to inspire my students better. So that is co-teach. Even last 5 minutes, ask them to come and summarize, give their own examples. All that will bring in that involvement. The fourth part is STAR, is about read, research, and reflect. We tell teachers that you need to continuously read, watch TED videos, doesn't matter, come, take different topics and explore so that you'll understand. And the fifth one is about teaching to transform and not teaching for exams. So we say that it's about values. How can you bring in those values into your subjects every time that you teach? So these are the 5 things we believe is very important for a teacher.
So it starts with a question, teaching subject skills, allowing students to teach as well, ask the teachers to read, reflect, and what is it? Read, research, and reflect. Read, research, and reflect. And teach them to transform and not just for exams, right? Wow, that's really beautiful, 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 beautiful. Cool, man. Really nice. Right. So, according to you, right, what is the future of education? What do you think the future is going to be like for education?
Future of education or future of, the future of world and where education should go? Is that what you're asking? Or in the current trend, what will be the future you're asking for?
Let's do 3 questions, okay? When the world opens up, see now the teaching itself has just gone through a great paradigm shift, okay? What they thought they can never do that because of the lockdown, we are forced to do this way in such a way that it is allowing teachers also to come out of their boundaries and do new things and learn and upskill themselves. So that is happening at a very accelerated pace. That is something that I think I recognize that. But what do you think is going to be different when the world opens up? How teaching is going to be different in Nigeria?
It's not going to be very different, the teaching per se, unless we are empowering them. But if you look at the schedules and things will change. I mean, they might have once a day in a week sessions, or they'll have a mix of online, offline sessions. Those kinds of systems will come in. But if you look at teaching per se, is not going to change unless the system changes or we start empowering teachers and parents more. That's my simple answer.
That's the simple answer. Now, what is
Because
your
online
vision?
method changed, but what they are doing is still the same.
Correct. Now, what is your ideal vision? How should education go? உங்களுக்கு ஒரு vision இருக்கும்ல. So, yeah, you have talked about it, but like, let's take it a little bit more expensive and let's talk about that. எப்படி போகும்?
See, where I really feel is that it should be one thing I'm positively seeing now is the online culture is going to rub a few things into the mainstream education and progressive schools. I really wish that they are able to bring experts online to teach certain things for their students. If they're able to do that, it will be amazing. And that is something I want to keenly do with the schools that I am working with.
Nice.
Because if you're able to bring a Google employee to the classroom and make him teach certain concepts, if you're able to bring a doctor live and teach some concepts of biology, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that because teacher is just a facilitator. I would love to be the teacher who is there. All that I need to do is like how we are doing in AHA summer camp now. We are bringing people, exposing them. We are just saying hi, bye. Like that teacher could just follow up on the assignments, give them projects. But we could bring experts to inspire people. Not all the classes, but at least once a week, once in 2 weeks, if you're able to bring experts to the classrooms and make them talk live, it will change the face of education. Even the understanding for the teacher will be like somewhere skyrocket because the kind of things she is able to bring into the classroom, she will learn on the job. There need not be any separate training sessions at all for her. This itself will be empowering. So I really wish that we are able to bring industry experts into schooling. Right now, why they are not able to come? Like I want to become a teacher, but what I will be paid for is so little, right? I have a family to help. So males are literally out of this race. A housewife, she wants an extra income, she is becoming a teacher. So if we need to bring people, experts into education, then it should be online only and it should be more like their free time. And I've seen in some schools they're doing this very well. Like for example, a school in Coimbatore, Train, if you look at, they have guest teachers, part-time teachers, which is like doctors who are practicing in the evening, they come in the daytime and they're teaching. That is the kind of culture we need to build in the schools, and I think that will happen 10 years down the line. It will be experts who are teaching in the class, teachers who are there will be more of facilitators, and I really will drive education towards that.
Right. Now let's talk about curiosity, okay, a little bit, and creativity, right? Now, what are your takes for kids growing up on that, and how important is that in shaping and becoming whoever they need to become?
So if you look at a NASA study, it says that kids are, when 2 years old, they're 98% curious and innovative. By the time they are 20 years old, the curiosity level is at, guess what the percentage is? It's less than 2%. By the year we are 20, our innovativeness and curiosity is less than 2%. It's a NASA study. So kids are naturally curious, and in front of my eyes, I have seen many parents killing that curiosity. Like I was traveling in a train, the child opposite to me, he was having so many questions about this train thing. How will the train turn? Will it take a U-turn? Will it ask this? Birth? Different questions, and the parents were like, they just kill that question. Because when we stop answering their questions, their curiosity is dead. Even if you look at children, no, they even their reading habits. Very simple. What I'm observing now with the 1 month with my child at home, she wants to read the same book again and again. She'll bring that every day. All the 10 books I need to read the stories. I should never become bored of that. I need to keep telling that. If one day if I tell, idella vendam, not needed. Yesterday only I told you no. If I tell that, she's not going to pick up that book again. It is a fact. So we need to be enthusiastic. Yes, same book, come on, let's read. Kind of a thing, and you need to keep going with them. If children are asking one question, you ask them two questions. Explore with them. Only then the curiosity is going to keep building. Curiosity is the seed for innovation and creativity, and that we need to keep kindling in our children. And that I've seen that. I also can empathize with the parents because how many can they take in their busy schedule? But we need to be mindful. That's what I'm saying. Parents need to be mindful about how their reactions can nurture or kill the curiosity in the child.
Do you think there's enough art in the current education system as of this? Do you think there could be a little bit more art or more importance to? What's your take on art? Is there enough art for people to explore?
Again, it's not about the art itself. If you look at, I used to go for this art class, and the teacher used to show off very nicely. He used to draw with both hands, but I was not. I didn't get any skill. Like I'm a very bad art. I can draw anything hardly. So it's not about the period itself. Like I said, it's not about the subjects. It's about how you can bring in that curiosity, nurture them, bring them to the wonderland of art. It is very less. Like I said, PT has reduced, art has reduced, but the government is also telling them holistic education is important. But we could do really, really more. I have seen art amazingly done in Finland. If you will be surprised, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th kids are sitting and doing pottery. And their walls are filled with colorful paintings of kids. Even in the football ground, on the football goal post, they have decorated with students' paintings. That is way beyond the art sense. There is amazing. So compared to that, I definitely feel there is a huge scope.
Yeah, there is a lot of importance for like memorization and do this for exam and all that, but there's not so much of highlight for art is something that I recognize, and I kind of think there needs to be for parents it is good if they have some space, like right now we are so blessed to have summer doing this, because every day there is different, because like you said, no, we also get exhausted. We also have so many things that we as a parent, I'm speaking. I myself, I'm like, I don't know what to do right now, and I don't know if I'm doing enough, and how can I do better? Now, if you give it to subject matter experts like you, okay, I know that you will figure it all out, and you just give us easy snackable, but I know, okay, this is quality. So, yeah, art is something that I felt is very, very important to expose to kids. Yeah. And I was also thinking, why not schools or teachers teaching us like some really important things? Every tax, finance, how to, basic things. Like this is my kind of wish for, the basic things like driving or like traveling or, this kind of life skills why not be brought into the education system instead of things that we never use? And is that something that you wonder about?
Very true. There is in Finland there is a period called home economics. They teach kids how to wash clothes in the washing machine. So you will see a typical house setup in their school itself. One room, you have a typical house setup. They're doing it. Some schools here also are doing that, but it should become like the norm. We should make it part of learning.
Yeah, like finance, and not only that, finance, but like cooking for that matter, basic cooking, sewing, iron skills, how to sew a button, how to iron clothes, like instead of teaching such great things, like these are the things you really need, right? How to plan for grocery shopping next day. In the way, they can take care of themselves for the rest of their life is something I feel. And yeah. Is there like anything that you would like to ask me, Pradeep? Oh, Santosh,
So,
sorry.
what is your purpose of doing this laugh, sing, dance story? What is your
What?
purpose? Why did you start? What inspired you?
So, see, my inspiration, my big, hairy, audacious goal is what I always use this word, is to become the next Oprah, okay, wow. So, Chinna Vaishlenda, I used to sign my name as Patmashri Dato Dr. Karthika. Very audacious, Chinna Vaishlenda. So, faith to faith, Doctor Aida. Okay, wow, so that's முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. So, I always enjoy conversations with him, and I recognize that I like the company and having deep, mindful conversation, and this gives me a kind of high that it fulfills my soul. And I want to be in a space where I can impact a lot of people's lives positively, and to be able to impact a lot of people's lives, I should be at that stage there, right? So I think all this is eventually getting towards there, and I'm very, very passionate about kids, because I think I'm still a very big kid in me. There's a big kid in me, and I like to teach them. I think I understand them a bit. So yeah, so I just want everybody to be a kid as much as they can. Just laugh, sing, dance, be merry in the moment. No need so much of young. If you just be there, if you're there present, you're being in there. Right? So that is the big, right now, that's what I can see for now. And as life unfolds, I think I'll have more clarity as what needs to happen.
Very nice. I think what you're doing is amazing. You're connecting to different people.
Yeah. That's nice. Okay, so I do this thing called the billboard exercise with all my guests who come. Okay, wow. So this is called the billboard exercise. Now let's imagine there is this huge billboard, okay, and it is on Gemini flyover.
Okay.
LED, okay, பெரிய நல்ல nice billboard. The same billboard, okay, at the same time ஒன்னு கோலம்பூர் அந்த KLCC டவர் இருக்குல்ல, அங்க ஒன்னு வைக்கிறாங்க, நியூயார்க்ல வைக்கிறாங்க, பாரிஸ்ல வைக்கிறாங்க. அந்த billboardல யார் இருக்காங்கன்னா சந்தோஷ் இருக்காரு. Yes. So now you have to go into yourself, okay, explain to me visually what do you see, what are you wearing, where are you, who's with you, what is around you, what is the word on the board. So take a minute if you need to and tell me when it comes to you.
Okay, let me visualize. It's a very interesting activity. Do I still have time to think?
Yes, please take as much as time as you want. You can even play some music for you, some strong music if you need to.
Okay. So that song is disturbing.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. Too much.
All the parties came in my dream.
No, I'm not okay. Let's put something more. Shanti.
Okay, as of now, I am just able to see my picture and that I am not able to visualize anything else.
Okay, what is the message that you'd like to give?
The message that I want to leave in that?
Yeah, see, now there is this thing called abracadabra. Whatever we say, no, it's going to come true. Now God's all going to say that tadastu, tadastu, tadastu. As you say it is going to happen. It's going to happen next year, right? Next 5 years, right? Next 10 years, right? It's definitely going to happen. So I wanted you to just take this moment and just say it out audaciously. Are you seeing a Nobel Prize? What are you seeing? Come on.
Yeah, I think I'm able to visualize Best Teacher Award in that. For not being a regular teacher, but for empowering 1 million teachers on stop teaching and start transforming.
Super! And tadastu, let it be. So be it, And I'm really hoping to see that not after many, many years, but in the next few years itself, okay? And when that happens, you'll catch me by this billboard, you'll take a picture and you'll send it to me. சரியா? Done. கண்டிப்பா நடக்குது. Okay. To our viewers, do we have any questions? Thank you so much, Srini, for joining. Vicky has joined us. Treasure Trove, all of them. Do you have any questions for Santosh before we let him go? So what is the next plan? இதுக்கு முடிஞ்சிட்டு ஆஹா சம்மர் after May, what looks like the plan? Going back to இதுங்களா?
So, people used to say education is an evergreen sector. But this time, education has the biggest, suffering the most. Healthcare survey proving that it is the evergreen. Education is really, really suffering, and because parents are not paying fees, schools are not able to pay the teachers. It's all in a struggle. Very good schools are able to pull it off, but the average and the below average schools, when I say average and below average, it's the fee wise I'm saying, not the quality. Schools which are charging less than 20,000, etc., are really suffering, and that is the predominant private sector schools in that. So we were associated with that sector, so it's really struggling, a time of struggle for us. What we want to do is help them as much as possible. It's not about money. We want to be there for them, help them in this journey, and try to be there. Doesn't matter if they're not able to pay us. That's not the mission. So we want to be reaching out to as many schools as possible, and we want to help them sail through this phase. And do it as much as possible free of cost. If they're ready to pay, they can pay, like the Guru Dakshina model that our gurus used to have. We want to have that and go with the schools. That's what we're trying to do.
That is really, really, really beautiful, and I think you are definitely going to be transforming not only the teachers, the children, and the parents, and that's going to be such a huge transformation. I look forward to learning and growing with you, and and understanding as much as I also can be of service. All right. So thank you so much, Santosh, for coming on the last.
Thank you so much. You're doing a great job. Thanks for calling me on the show. Thank you so much. And keep me posted with all the vision boards activities that you're doing. It's so lovely, giving children that power to visualize. I think that's something that I really am passionate about, because most of my ideas come to me early in the morning. Visualize, I completely visualize everything. Today I was not able to, but I can completely visualize my entire training flows, workshop flows, business ideas. Everything will come here and go in early morning. And visualization is great. I'm a great fan of The Secret also, which transformed to me in a great way. So I think you're doing a great job, and I'm also inspired by the mission you have.
Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you.
And thank you to all the participants who are patiently listening. You deserve a big award.
Yay! Super! Thank you all of you all who have come. All right. So we'll sign off with another Kutti song before we leave.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I will sing, since I'm in Kerala now, I'll sing a Hanuman song. Hanuman is the closure song, and Kerala because I'm in Kerala. കദളി പഴങ്ങൾ വെച്ച് ഒരു നാൾ വിളിച്ചപ്പോൾ, കദളി പഴങ്ങൾ വെച്ച് ഒരു നാൾ വിളിച്ചപ്പോൾ, ഓടി ഓടി അരികിലെത്തിയ ഹനുമാനെ, ഓടി ഓടി അരികിലെത്തിയ ഹനുമാനെ, വായുകുമാര ഹനുമാനെ, വാനരവീര വാനരവീര ഹനുമാനെ, വായുകുമാര ഹനുമാനെ, വാനരവീര ഹനുമാനെ, കടന്നു സീതാദേവിയെ കണ്ടൊരു ഹനുമാനെ, കദളി പഴങ്ങൾ വെച്ച് ഒരു നാൾ വിളിച്ചപ്പോൾ, ഓടി ഓടി അരികിലെത്തിയ ഹനുമാനെ, ഓടി ഓടി അരികിലെത്തിയ ഹനുമാനെ. ബോലിയേ ഹനുമാൻ ജി की माता की, बोलिए टीचर्स की, बोलिए पेरेंट्स की जय, बोलिए डॉक्टर कार्तिका की जय. Thank you so much. Bye.
This is the last thing that story. I am special again. We are signing off with Santosh Subramaniam. Tata, bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show. Bye.
Bye.
How do I exit?